What AI business has the highest income potential today? As someone who's made millions with AI products in my company, Martel Ventures, I'm gonna show you the 5 AI businesses I'd build if I was starting from scratch with 0 employees. I'll even show you how you can start any of these businesses with a simple 4-step process. And at the end, I'll actually pick one and walk you through the first step myself. I'll also break down the cost, effort, and income potential for each one of them. This isn't some get-rich-quick bullshit. These are real money-making opportunities you can start today. So let's dive in. Number 5, one of my favorites, the AI appointment setter. Essentially, businesses are gonna pay you to take the inbound calls, put AI in the middle, and get them setting appointments so they can get sales. It's such an easy thing to sell because essentially you're taking somebody that's full-time that costs money to answer that phone for a fraction of the cost to actually perform better than they can. So the coolest part is the cost is low for you to get started because it doesn't cost anything. The effort is medium because you do need to learn some new skills like a little bit of sales and a little bit of configuration, but the potential is massive. Literally, you could be making $500 to $1,000 a day easily just by talking to businesses that want to make more money. Now, I understand this can sound a little bit crazy, but I'm going to show you through an example. Okay, so there's a company called youratlas.com, which is essentially an AI appointment setter. You can go to the website right now and try it out for yourself. When you come in, they actually prompt you to do a demo. Hey, let's try it out, which I love. You just put in your information. I'm gonna put Dan Martel. I'm gonna give it my email address and I give it my phone number. And then I just say, talk to the AI. Now it's gonna call me, happen in real time. I accept and listen to this.
Am I speaking with Dan?
Yeah, hey Emma, this is Dan.
Great, thanks for confirming, Dan. How's your day going?
It's going amazing. Emma, I'm a little busy. Can we make this really quick? I just checking out the website. I wasn't sure what it is, but I've got a small business and I need to automate my sales calls or honestly any appointment calls people call me.
I totally get it, Dan. To keep this quick, Atlas is the world's first AI revenue engine that ensures you never lose a lead to slow follow-ups and ad spend again. This is like yours, spending at least $3,000 monthly on ads. Is Atlas to automate and drive more sales? Does automating your calls and appointments like this sound like the kind of solution your business could benefit from?
Yeah, that's actually why I'm calling.
That's fantastic to hear, Dan. Let's get you connected with our founder for a quick demo. It'll show you exactly how Atlas can work for your business. Would you prefer a time today or later this week? All appointments are in Atlantic time.
I'm busy today. Let's do it tomorrow at 4 o'clock. Do you have an opening?
Okay, I'm just checking on that one sec. It looks like tomorrow we don't have a slot free at 4 p.m., but we have availability on August 26th at 6:30 p.m. or 7:30 p.m. Atlantic time. Would one of these slots work for you?
Yeah, that works. Let's do 6:30. That was all AI. Isn't that freaking crazy? Like human level conversation. I gave it objections. I told it times. It confirmed the call and it's going to send me a text message. I mean, it's wild. There's no way businesses don't buy that. So now I want to teach you the AI startup ladder because these are the exact steps you're going to want to go through to actually start your AI company. Step 1 is validate. You have to pick a niche and outreach to them. It's essentially a way to prove that the people want to buy what you're selling. So you might start with med spas or lawn care, or maybe agency founders that are looking to book sales calls. Step 2 is you want to pre-sell. That's where you sell and collect the cash before you ever build. It's actually pretty simple. You just create a document with the offer of what you do, and in there you have a Stripe link so that after you have the conversation about your AI startup, they just buy by clicking the Stripe link. If you don't know what that is, it's very simple. Just Google Stripe. Step 3 is deliver. As soon as somebody buys from you, put all things aside and go and deliver on that thing you sold. If you want to scale, you want referrals, don't wait, act fast. It may take some manual work at the beginning, but getting a customer a win in the first 48 hours is how you build your reputation. Step number 4, now we build. That's where we take what we've sold and productize the service so that you have some stability. And when you sell, you can automate the deployment so that you can build the business in a way to scale it and to grow it. Before I share the second AI business, just to make it clear, if you want to try out any of the tools I mentioned in this video for yourself, the link is below in the description. But if you're building real AI innovation right now and want to partner with me and my team at Martel Ventures, just message me Ventures on Instagram and we'll see if it'd be a fit. Number 4, AI content repurposing service. Essentially, companies will pay you to take like long form video content like podcasts or webinars or maybe some YouTube videos they're doing, and then repurpose them as short form clips on all the different platforms like TikTok, Instagram, YouTube Shorts, so that you can get them more reach and eyeballs back to the long form content to get them sales. So the cool part is the cost is low because you don't need a lot of tools to get started. The effort is medium because there are some skills you need to learn. But the coolest part is the income potential is $750 to $1,000 a day. It's kind of crazy because there's a freelancer I know that used an AI tool to scale podcasts to shorts. That was their service, and now earns $30,000 a month from only 7 clients. We're living in a world where the amount of content and the desire to get a message out there has just scaled. And we live where there's this thing called interest media, not social media, where the algorithms are trying to find niche content to serve those people. And somebody that can take all that information a business is already producing, I'm talking like Zoom calls, podcasts, long form, and trim it down into short form and manage the publishing schedule, they're gonna be in so much demand. So if you're in the content game in general, this one's for you. Now let's get into the biggest opportunities of the next decade. Number 3 is AI sales chatbot. This is where you help somebody set up an AI chatbot that takes all of their chats. I'm talking social media chats, text messages, emails, all the platforms, and converts those conversations into sales for the business. It's wild. I literally know hundreds of people that make tens of thousands of dollars every month doing this for businesses. There's so much content being created and it's generating followers and even chats in the social platforms that most business owners don't have the time to actually respond to people. So what you do is you create an AI chatbot that takes that conversation, turns it into a sales conversation, and takes those follows and turn them into leads for the business. So now that we break it down, the cost is medium because there's a little bit more tools and some custom coding involved to make it work for the specific business. The effort is also medium because there's some skills you need to learn for sure, especially like how does a good sales chat go? But the income potential is even higher because of the volume. You could potentially be making $1,000 to $1,500 a day on the low end. The income is so high because it's such a unique process. So when then you come in, it feels like free money to them. So they're willing to pay more because they're not replacing you for something else. They're essentially starting to do something they weren't doing. So for example, there's a product called gHg that went from $0 to $60,000 per month in under 7 months, taking advantage of this chat economy. That's $2,000 a day. You can use their product to serve your customers or build something custom, but this world is not gonna go away, and it's an opportunity anybody can take advantage of right now. Essentially, to start, just go back and run through the AI startup ladder and it'll crush for you. So far, we've covered calls, content, and even chat. Now let's talk about cleaning up the data and getting paid for it. Which brings us to number 2, an AI data cleanup agency. Essentially what you do is you offer the service to clean up the internal information within a business, because right now, most businesses, they have like this messy, crazy collage of information. They have everything from their emails to the relationship software for their customers, spreadsheets that essentially running departments. Imagine if somebody could come in, clean up all that information, put an AI on top of it so that the business owner can ask a question about their business and get the exact quality answer. So the cost is medium because you are going to pay for some other tools. So for example, not only do you have to pay for the tools to clean up the information, then you're going to have to pay for another tool to convert the information into a vectorized database so that the AI can actually talk to it. Now the effort is also going to be medium because you're going to have to learn some unique skills to that kind of cleanup and processing for searching, but the income potential is really high, like $1,500 to $3,000 a day, because now you're getting into the business consulting space where you're helping a business owner understand their business, where they can make better decisions, and those decisions could save them $50, $100, $1 million a year. And the cool part is you're also now starting to sell to bigger companies that have more money to invest in making their operations better, and you are the expert. You might think everybody knows AI right now. Trust me, they don't. And if they do, Their number one bottleneck is having anybody on their team that knows how to do this stuff, and they're willing to pay top dollar for that. For example, my friend Matt built a company called Precision.co that scaled from $0 to $700,000 in 7 months using this process. And again, to be successful, run through the 4-step process in the AI startup ladder so that you get paid upfront before you build anything. This one, I'm personally biased, but I think it's the biggest opportunity the next decade to unlock people's productivity and make a ton of money. Number 1, this one's so fun, the AI inbox and calendar manager. Essentially, you're gonna get paid to build an executive assistant using AI to help these business owners manage emails and meetings. The last thing that entrepreneurs and CEOs wanna do is manage their own friggin' inbox in their calendar. It's like having somebody come in and automate 95% of that is gonna feel like the most powerful thing that's happened to their life, and you get to be the person to do that. Cool part is the cost is actually low because it doesn't take a lot to set this up. The effort is medium because you are gonna have to sit down and work with these CEOs to understand their workflows. But the best part, you could be making $3,000 to $5,000 a day helping these CEOs buy back their time. For example, there's an AI company called Fixer that went from 1 million in annual revenue to over 10 million in just the last 5 months. That's $27,000 per day. This opportunity is massive. Now, as I promised you at the beginning of this video, let's do the first step of the AI startup ladder together. The business I would pick to start this year, drum roll please, the AI inbox and calendar manager. It's a no-brainer. I wrote a book called Buy Back Your Time. This one is the nearest and dearest to my heart. It's also the thing that I recently paid for somebody to work with my assistant to buy back 92% of their time managing those 2 areas of my life. So here's how I would do it. I'm gonna call somebody. I actually know they have an assistant. I don't know how good they are. I don't know if they're happy with them. And I'm gonna walk you through how I'm gonna identify the pain, figure out the cost that they're willing to associate to that pain, and then offer them a solution that costs less than what they're paying for today. I'm calling my buddy Josh. Let's see what he says. Hey Josh, how you doing?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm doing incredible. Quick question. You have an EA, correct? If you had to think about like the areas of working with them that doesn't work the best, like if you could wave a magic wand and it would be like super awesome, what are things that are not like perfect right now?
With my EA?
Yeah.
Honestly, dealing with a lot of my household stuff, with my rental properties and things like that, being in different, like I got some places in Mexico, like remote gap has probably been the biggest challenge for me recently.
And then is a lot of that stuff that you're managing, does that come through your inbox? Like a lot of communication goes through inbox?
100%.
And if that was like absolutely dialed in and you could think about like what that future would look like, what do you think the gap in opportunity is? Not necessarily just the time, but just like having the time, the mental load not there, like just what's that worth to you?
For me, saving 5 to 10 hours a week is worth. And so at least 10 hours a week of that stuff that I wish I didn't have to deal with.
Wow. So if you're saying 10 hours a week at thousands of dollars, at minimum 10,000 a week, it would be the upside and the potential of what you don't have today.
Correct.
Crazy. All right, well, what I've been working on this new offer that's essentially an inboxing calendar manager that takes exactly what you're saying is stress points and actually gets this automated for you so that you don't have to think about it. And the coolest part is I train it off of you and what you know so that it acts just like you so that you don't have to be involved, but it does the thing the way you would want to do it. Does that make sense?
Like it deals with my ideas.
It's crazy. Yep, all of it. Yeah, because it can learn everything from your inbox. Your calendar has all the data. I'm assuming you have things scheduled there. So it can learn from your calendar, it learns from your inbox. And then the best part is that it doesn't do anything until you train it. But once it's trained, it actually works just like you would without you being involved.
Very interesting.
I know, it sounds like magic. Here's the deal. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna schedule a call with you and do a product demo to actually show you how it works. And then we can talk about moving forward then. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Cool, let's get a schedule. He actually thinks that I'm selling this. Here's the big idea. It's about doing the reps. It's about picking up the phone. The first 3 calls are not gonna feel good. Just get the calls done. Learn the pitch, learn the flow, learn how to speak to the customer, learn to understand where their problems are. All I did is very simple. I nailed the problem, and then I talked about the potential, I quantified it quickly, and then I said I had a solution that would solve the problem the way they explained to me they wish it was solved for them. From that place, I schedule the next call, it gives them time to think about it, and I can come in with a demo, just like the one I showed you, and they go, wow. AI today, when it works well, it feels like magic. The customers won't even believe it when you show it to them. But when you get that first customer, the second customer, the third customer, and you build that proof point and you collect those testimonials, it creates the snowball that makes you the number one person in your niche. And that's how you build a business in this new AI economy. Now, I know this is a little overwhelming and there's a lot of options on what kind of businesses to start. But the key is to look at your situation. Ask yourself, like, what business do you find the most fascinating? What do you inherently enjoy? And pick one and go all in. Follow the AI startup ladder. Validate. Pick up the phone. Call. I'm telling you, that is the skill. AI can give you answers, but it can't do the action for you. You need to be the one to find the customer, validate, sell, and use that money to build out the business. If you want to learn the 15 AI tools you need to build $1 million business, click the video and I'll see you on the other side.